welcome back. I guess it would be more helpful if I could prop this up. There we go. Welcome back. Today, I just kind of want to talk about, I guess, like, something that I mentioned back in the Lost video was that I didn't really feel like I had a way of getting out of it. And I kind of wanted to come back and touch on that 2 weeks later, just with some insight and shit that I've learned. And, one thing that really, really does help is if you are stuck creatively or just in general, I think a really good way, not like full on solution, but a really good way of getting out of your head is to just kind of go and live a little, which sounds simple and stupid and like I know, but like over the past 2 weeks, I honestly haven't been as focused. Like, I did finish a song. I need to record some demos. I did all of that sort of stuff. I think I have written like 2 or 3 things. I at least have like 3 projects in the works that are a part of a big conglomerate project that you guys will see soon. And I have a bunch of other stuff in the background. But like, I started getting kind of overwhelmed with how much I kind of had going on and how much I had on my plate, just in general and like creatively as well. Like, I just felt like I have a lot of ideas, and this has happened since I started this channel, but I feel like I have a lot of ideas that are really hard to put into execution just because of the fact that like my head is bigger than my like what I think my ability is. Now, the reason I say what I think my ability is because truly, if you have enough willpower and you have enough like dedication, I think you can achieve anything. Whether it comes out perfectly like the image that's in your head, that's a completely different story. But it's a matter of putting yourself and applying yourself and trying to come up with something that's even remotely close to what you have in your head. And I've had a lot of projects in the past that I've ended up abandoning because I get too much in that sort of perfectionist mindset where I'm like, well, this isn't going to turn out exactly how I want it to, so until I can do that, I'm just not going to do it. And that's a terrible way to go about like doing art and doing anything creatively, because part of the cathartism, part of the I think I'm right there. I'm not editing this, so I'm not going to look it up. But I think part of the cathartism of like doing the art and like getting over an entire project is by the time you finish a project, you feel a lot like more accomplished than you would only doing it like 70 or 80% and then not going the rest of the way. And this happens every single time that you complete a work. And so this is one of the easiest ways to grow within your work. Like, eventually quantity does meet quality. And I've been trying to play that game here in the sense of like, there's a bunch of quality content stuff that I want to do that's going to take a lot of time and effort, but I'm trying to start from the beginning. I'm trying to build my foundation. I'm trying to build consistency before I build the quality. And I'm trying to build skill too, because if I can figure out how to achieve getting more efficient with this sort of thing and getting more efficient with balancing projects and getting more efficient with like planning stuff out, hence why I bought this, like I'm trying to get so much better about coming up with ideas and actually sticking to a schedule. And it's really hard when you're sort of self-motivated and you have to like just rely on yourself in order to do this type of stuff, because not every day you're gonna have that motivation to do your work, especially if you're in like a draining job like where I'm at, where I get home a lot of the time and I kind of just want to like sit down, watch TV, brain rot, and just like relax and just chill. But the issue is that that's a continuous cycle, and like it doesn't seem like there's a way out of that less you actually just bite the bullet, figure out how to put less energy into the things that matter less and more energy into the things that matter more, and sort of figure out that balance. And that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm trying to figure out that balance in my own life, and I'm trying to figure out how to both live while also being able to still feel like I'm getting things done every single day. And if you don't have motivation to do the actual thing that you're wanting to do, planning is your key best friend. Because if you can plan accordingly and you can stick to a schedule, then a lot of the work is already done in that sense. Like, for content creation, for example, if let's say you do what I did the past like month and a half, and you go about making videos and you come up with topics every single week, and it's just kind of like literally the week of, you come up with the topic and it's like, okay, well now I have to record this, and you have your sort of timeline. You can either do that, and that's not like a bad way per se. There's no right way of doing anything, like in a creative sense. I feel like everyone has their own sort of perspectives, but you can either do that, or you can put time into actually planning out what you're going to do in your various projects, and you can figure out how to balance your schedule. And it's a lot easier, at least for me, it's a lot easier to visually see like a plan than it is to just kind of have it in my head. That's always been me. Like back when I was in school, I used to hate a planner. Okay, I used to be avidly against a planner until I hit high school, and then the planner became my best friend, because with ADHD I tend to forget shit a lot, and so having a plan and having something that's like right in front of you to just like reflect on is really, really helpful when it comes to trying to organize your projects and organize whatever your work is and whatever you're doing. And so I feel like if you are lost and you're stuck like I have been, the two pieces of advice I can give right now, as of the 5th of August 2025, is live a little. Like, go out. If you feel like stuck in a loop, go and do something new. Go to a lake, go meditate, go write, go journal, go take pictures, go like driving around, like literally anything. I feel like getting out physically also gets you out mentally in a sense, and when you come back, when you recollect yourself within your own work, you are a lot more able to actually accomplish and attack the things before you, as opposed to if you don't do that. I found, at least with me, if I stay stuck in this like environment, I end up just like getting caught in like a loop where I don't really do anything. Like I pretend to do create like productive things, but I don't really accomplish anything. I don't feel like, I just end up being stagnant. And so if you feel stagnant, change something. That's the second piece of advice I have. If you feel stagnant, something needs to change, whether it's in your routine, whether it's in your life, whether it's in just like the way that you go about your process and attack your process, whether it's in like maybe you're thinking or you're planning for different projects, like something. If you can just change something, that's the art of creativity. It's all like nothing, there's no set rules. You can attack anything at any time, and everyone's different. Everyone's process is going to be different. And so if something doesn't work for you and works for someone else, find something that works for you. Because if you keep trying to attack things that work for other people and they don't resonate with you, then you're just going to be pushing uphill, and it's not going to be very productive. And so I just, with my own creative projects, there's a lot that I have coming up and that I want to do. I'm currently in the midst of the planning stages, and I'm getting things together, and I'm still actively doing work. I just, I don't know. Eventually, I plan on changing things here on the channel. Like, I would like to change to like a 2-week type basis, so I have a little bit more time to actually do some of the more fun editing stuff that I would like to do. And I kind of want to go into like some video essay type stuff, maybe like short mini little things. And I don't know. I also really have big ideas for music creation content, but I've been in my head, and every time that I try to record, I'm like, well, I can't make this or that. But like, the thing about music making is I don't have to make an entire song. We can just sit together, enjoy the time we have, make some whatever. It doesn't have to be good, doesn't have to be like, you know, anything, and then it can just be done, and we can just do that. And I need to get that through my brain, that not everything needs to be finished in the sense of like finished. Like, even starting something and having an idea, a sliver of a concept that you can come back to later, is huge. In my personal writing throughout like the past, since 2017, that I've been like genuinely writing music, there have been more times often than not where I will end up coming back to one of those slivers like so many months out in advance, and that sliver will finally work in something that I'm actually working on, and then I'm able to piece things together. So don't look at your projects linearly either. Look at them more as like you are building the bigger image, and you don't necessarily know what that is yet. And so the only way to know what it is by to continue developing your work and continue developing whatever you're doing in order to be able to see that fuller image. So that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I wanted to say. I hope you guys are doing well. And yeah, have an amazing day, night, afternoon, and I will see you soon. V out.